Hey, I'm Evan.
I'm Mike.
Welcome to USSC Stories.
The broken and falling, damned old souls been sent to burn. Nowadays they've been calling, telling me soon gonna be my turn. Head down.
All right, guys, welcome back. Episode 3 with Mike Dunn. I'm Evan. This is Mike, and of course, Mike Dunn. So, kind of want to start us out. Last episode, we were kind of getting into money and stuff like that. I kind of want to stress into that quite a bit. So, on shore duty, especially, you're starting to make BAH. If you have a family, you have what is it, Mike? Dependent pay or something like that.
We don't get dependent pay for a family. You get your BH increases.
That's right. Yeah. Sorry. So
BH increases.
It increases off of your family and stuff like that. Plus, if you get sub pay, you still have sub pay and C pay, all that bullshit that goes with it. And then, your base pay, you have all kinds of stuff. Shit adds up and you get used to that stuff. I think one of the biggest issues I had when I got out of the Navy was, I saved quite a bit of it, but not as much as I should have. I was just so used to that money that when I got out, I know Mike and I have made an episode of this previously of our money. When I got out, I was so used to that money, and suddenly it wasn't there. I started applying for all these jobs and couldn't get the jobs. I passed up jobs I shouldn't have passed up, and then I settled for lower than I expected. So one of the biggest things, sea duty, if you're going to do shore duty, then, cool. Sea duty, enjoy yourself, still save up some, but whatever. Shore duty, I would say start putting away like 75% of your money, like in a savings account or something like that, shore duty is the time to party, no doubt, and you're going to spend a lot of money. But if you don't plan on staying in past that, you need to start thinking about your future and start saving away and stuff like that, because the civilian world can be pretty fucking rough, Yeah.
I found myself spending more money on sea duty than I did shore duty. I'm telling you, don't be fucking stupid sea duty. One, you're living in the barracks. If you end up making E5 while you're still on the boat, you're going to get a chance to move out, which is cool. But I think just the fact that when I turned 21, I had the money to blow. I'm 21 years old. I'm in Hawaii. Same thing with San Diego. BH shit's cold. All the shit, cost of living and things gonna be high, so you can get that money. I was making stupid ass money at 21. I could have bought a fucking giraffe if I wanted to. I mean, that's how I felt. But we came back from doing our 6-month deployment, and there's gonna be times when you pull on the board, you're gonna want to buy this and this. But when you come back after the deployment, you're gonna have a good chunk of change. Don't waste your money on no stupid shit. I mean, one of me and like 4 of my dudes went and bought 3-piece suits in fucking Hawaii heat to go out clubbing. Like,
nah, fuck that.
but at the time, it was like, hey man, we got fucking thousands in the bank.
Yeah.
Let's fucking just ball out one night, and then it's like, all right, just be mindful of what you're doing, man.
Yeah, man, we used to blow our shit on strippers all the time, man. I come back from sea duty or from a deployment, and the first couple of weeks, we're all trying to blow off steam, so let's just like go to strip clubs and stuff. Man, there'd be some dudes that just fucking blow their entire fucking sea duty paycheck. That's thousands of dollars on fucking strippers, not even get laid off the top of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, just you have to be aware of what you're doing with your money, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. So, Mike, what do you have for us done?
Yeah. So, whenever y'all, finished out with your time in the Navy, you said you were looking for jobs. What is the scenario like, as far as you put down on your resume, you're Navy veteran, I did this, that, and the other. What is the scenario as far as different jobs going yes and no to that type of experience? Like, do some type of jobs say, okay, you know, I don't care that you have no experience welding or whatever, just because you were in the Navy, sure, we'll take you and we'll teach you, versus another company saying, no, I don't care if you have no experience and you have no experience, or your experience that you did have wasn't under so many guidelines that it doesn't count. What was your?
Good question.
I'd say the first thing is, as much as everyone wants to bitch about the military and the Navy in general, they do take care of you in certain ways, right? Once you get out and you're in the civilian world, no one gives a shit about who you are, what you did. Yeah. That's just the facts. They don't care about what you did, who you are, how much money you made, how much experience you had, you know, how much fun you had, how good you were at what you did. You know, they don't give a fuck. You know, you're a nobody. And that's just the facts, unfortunately, you know, and then a week's worth of taps really doesn't cover it. That's one thing I would change about the Navy is getting out of the Navy and the programs they give you. It's just not enough time. As far as, you know, finding a job and stuff like that, obviously you want to find a job that's within your strengths. Lavity, I don't know, you know, specifically what that might be. There's plenty of contracting jobs out there that would take you, especially if it's specialized like that. For us yeomen, you know, it's a little bit different. You know, send your resume out to all the big name companies, you know, and just wait for a hit back. The thing I will say is, if you get something that's within the range that you were making before, or even a little bit less, fucking take it, man. Because like you know, we said in previous videos, there was job offers that we got that we thought we were better, you know, we were just too good for, and we didn't take it, and then we ended up settling for even less than that, you know. That's all I'll say about it.
And network, you know, network, find people that just gotten out as well. You know, we got told this on talking to Spence. You know, find people that that's just gotten out, transitioning out, see what they're doing, network with people. You know, make friends. That's the best part about being a Submariner. You know, we're open people. You make friends with anybody. So make friends, network. Don't pass up those opportunities, like Evan said, man, because we did that shit. And then always have plans, backups. You know, if you want to get out, I want to get out. But before you get out, hey, I'm gonna look into this, or I'm gonna look into this. You know, if you want to go to school, make sure you that. You know, make sure if you want to do work, or if you don't want to work, you know, whatever. Just make sure that you have an A, B, and C set up. Always cover your ass.
Yeah, I would say just to add on to that real quick is start looking into that stuff. Start sending your resume out like a year before, you know, you actually get out. A year, you know, start sending your shit out. You know, a lot of shit can happen within that time. You know, unfortunately for myself, I didn't do that. You know, I didn't start sending my shit out till like probably three or so months, you know, before I was supposed to get out, which is a ridiculous amount of time for me to scramble and try to find shit and, you know, go through my savings. And then, you know, I got out and I had a family at the time, you know, so I blew through my savings like a motherfucker, you know, like within the first couple months. A lot of shit can happen, you know, in that spare amount of time, especially if you're not making any sort of money. So I would say in the last year that you know for a fact that you're going to get out, in that last year, start sending your shit out, start reaching out to people. Like Mike said, you need a fucking network. You need a network with people, people that have already gotten out, different organizations, different companies, you know, whatever the fucking case may be. You need to start doing stuff like that.
And don't fucking go back home.
Yeah.
Don't go back. Don't be like, I'm about to get out and I'm about to go back to Houston. Dumbest shit you can do. Don't go back home thinking I'm gonna not pick up where I left off, but come back better than what I was when I left. Because you're gonna end up being fucking stuck in whatever rinky dink ass town you was at. And trying to find your way, man.
Yeah, that's definitely some good notes to take into my you know, the back of the head. That's something I'll definitely have to remember as far as, you know, the networking aspect, you know, making friends here and there, not going back home. I wasn't planning on that in the first place. I think that's, like you said, that's kind of silly to, I'm going to go back and just be a better person. It's like, yeah, bullshit. You left that joint for a reason,
Right.
And especially with the a year before you get out or a year before you're going to get out, that's whenever you really need to start grinding to get your name out there and get your point across. That's definitely something I'm gonna remember and I'm gonna carry on with.
Yeah, man.
Are there any questions y'all have for me as far as a little bit of time that I've had in the Navy and some experiences?
Definitely, especially the way 2020 is going with this whole COVID and the virus and shit like that.
Yes.
How has it? How has the Navy been handling that since you've been in?
Right. So, COVID hit and was getting into the news whenever I was in my latter half of BES, and for the biggest portion of that that leftover bit of BES that I was in, nobody really cared. Okay, we're restricted within, we used to be 200 miles or 100 miles. Now we're down to 50 miles or 40 miles, some shit like that.
Right.
There wasn't anything out there in, that area anyway. So nobody really paid mind to that. Whenever, we thought it'd be over in a month or two. Okay. Sit 6 feet apart, wash your hands more often. We'll be good to go in a couple months. Obviously that wasn't the case. So
yeah, I think we all thought it would be over pretty soon, but
yeah.
What we had to do over at sub school was take our brown shirts, our undershirts, and we had to make masks out of those shirts.
They didn't provide you with face masks or anything like that?
So at that point, there wasn't any in stock, there wasn't, a big supply and demand for them yet. And, if you could get your hands on a medical mask, sure, it's authorized. But, for the most part, we had to cut up our, there was some whole thing on My Navy portal about how to turn a shirt into a mask.
Go
so
Navy.
They made a fucking whole GMT on how to turn a shirt into a mask.
Go Navy, bro. God damn.
So we used, rubber bands or our old blousing straps with time around our ears, and they were tied 4 different ways. Man, you couldn't get out of those things.
You had to use your blousing straps.
Yes.
Did you have to stencil your name into your mask?
Oh,
What's
Jesus.
that?
Did you have to stencil your name into your mask?
No, it didn't. A lot of guys, we still had it on there from boot camp, though. The stencils. Whenever some people were making their masks, and they wouldn't do it right. You see their names upside down right on the front of their mask.
That's hilarious, man.
That's funny, man.
What about nowadays? Like, since COVID is technically still going on, like, are you guys still wearing the mask? Are you still doing the however many feet apart kind of bullshit? What is it?
It's a healthy mix, kind of one of those scenarios where it's like have common sense. Okay. I've worked in an enclosed space with these 8 guys for the past year now. Do I really need to wear my mask being in the same enclosed space with them for 2 more weeks? Yes. If CMC walks around, pull it up real quick. Carry around hand sanitizer, especially if you're going out in public. You are authorized to go get food. However, if you're going to a sit-down restaurant, it needs to be, outdoor seating. If you want Chick-fil-A, go through the drive-through. Most of them don't even have, the inside isn't open anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, with the way the community is working and our guidelines, it's working out pretty well. So a lot of have common sense, but it's still about the same.
So what exactly are you doing now? So I know you're not on your ship now. So what are you doing now?
I'm qualifying different watches at Squadron here.
Okay.
There's a glorified secretary position that I'm almost done with after this this interview kind of scenario. I'm actually gonna suit up real quick and go stand my final UI.
Attaboy.
Hell yeah.
The last one done. So I'm doing that, and next week I've got some trainers to go through, so that I can knock those out before I get to the boat. And word around the wind is our chief at admin is trying to get us into some more advanced schools, kind of keep our head in the game. But right now it's just kind of a wait, just getting a little bit done, getting some check-in processes done, like with things like that.
I'm trying to think what quals they have to do. Mike, do you remember that? I know Navities usually do sticks eventually, right?
So
What
you
else do
start
they?
off.
Yeah, what else do they do on the sub? I forget.
So I know. So Navi T start off on the sticks.
Yeah.
You're gonna start off on the sticks. Then, well, you start off on the sticks, but you're gonna be this thing called a messenger, which is a running bitch. All right, for lack of better words, you're gonna be the runner.
Yeah.
So
Get us some coffee, motherfucker.
Yeah. So if you're not qualified, so don't. What's gonna suck is if you get to when you get to your ship and you're gonna get stuck into a ship where a watch station to where you have 2 qualified drivers. You're not gonna be qualified, so they're gonna be waiting on you to get qualified, and they're gonna put you in a seat any chance they fucking get. So get ready to drive that motherfucker. But most of the time you're making coffee, you're running reports, you're doing all this shit. You're gonna be like the rapid responder. You're gonna be just there. Then once you actually start getting to your Navi T shit, they got there's like the auxiliaryman. So I think it's like the auxiliaryman on the watch.
Oxford or something like that. I think it's
Oxford,
yeah.
Oxford. So you're gonna be checking temps. You're gonna be checking specs and all this other shit.
Kind of gauges and shit. Yeah.
And then you'll be rigging certain things for drills and stuff like that, or casualties, anything. And then after that, I think you got quartermaster, which is your like senior watch. So you'll be plotting charts and all this shit. Gonna be important. Just don't fuck up, man.
Don't let us hit a fucking underwater mountain. Like the San Francisco.
Yeah. But for the most part, you're gonna have a good time. And I want to talk to you about messenger as well, man. Never, ever wash somebody's cup unless they tell you to wash their cup.
Especially a chief, bro. Especially a chief, or any kind of chief, like senior chief, master chief, bro. If they have all kinds of scum and shit all up in their cup, you better just keep filling that shit up, man. Don't ever fucking wash that shit. Submariners are some superstitious motherfuckers, man. Like, if you wash that shit out, they will kill you. You will not get your shit qualified.
I made the mistake of washing out my Cobb's cup.
Me too.
And I got told this, like, hey man, you should do the Cobb a favor when you go down there. Make sure you wash this cup out, make it nice and clean, then get him his coffee. And I was like, man, hell yeah. And when I opened up his top, like around the ring was like green, like it looked horrible. It looked fucking horrible. I was like, man, I'm about to wash this shit. Washed it, fucking steam cleaned the motherfucker, whatever you want to call it.
We're looking chrome.
Look, that shit looked brand new. I gave him his cup. He looked at it. He's like, hey, whatever. Took a sip. He's like, the taste is gone. What the fuck you do with my cup? I washed it. He's like, no, I haven't washed this cup in like 10 years. Why the fuck did you wash my cup? I'm like, oh, I didn't know there was that. I didn't know that. But it's a Submariner thing, man. Like, don't wash the coffee cup. Do never wash the coffee cup, man.
Yeah.
One of the main things as a messenger, bro. Like, you're gonna do a lot of coffee runs. Don't ever wash a coffee cup unless they say so, right? And even then, it could be a trap. But yeah, don't ever wash a coffee cup unless they say so. Submariners are superstitious, man. Like, you don't ever want to do that shit. It keeps the fucking flavor in, man. I'll tell you what. Like when I was at the end of my tour in submarines, my submarine duty. Like, I never went and washed my cup either, man. That shit was, like, all full of old coffee and fucking sugar and all kinds of bullshit that was on there, too, man.
Inside my cup was chrome or whatever, silver. By the time I left the boat, that shit was, like, burgundy, black.
Yeah.
But it was an honor, man.
Yeah, man. It keeps your immune system strong, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Strong as shit, man. Oh man.
Yeah, man. So all right, Mike Dunn, man. Good to have you on here, man. It's really cool to talk to somebody that's kind of brand new to the submarine force. I really want to get you back on this program. especially when you actually get onto your submarine as a nub. You know, we're going to treat you like shit on this program, just like you would on the submarine. No, I'm just kidding. But
Fucking nub.
yeah, you fucking nub. But no, I want to get you back on here when you first got on the submarine, and I also want to get you back on the program, like kind of as soon as you get your fish, you know, and so you can kind of elaborate on the feeling of it and everything like that. I kind of want to make this a series.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really, really cool, especially for the people in the future that watch this channel. You know, they're going to see like a guy that comes in, he's not even a nub yet, and then he's a nub, and then he's qualifying, and then he gets his fish, and then he talks about his fish, and then, you know, he's a qualified guy who's experienced and stuff like that. I think they're going to like that a lot. So
I would love to see your journey, man.
Yeah, man.
I'd love to see your journey.
I'm super excited for it. So all I can say is, man, don't give up when you're qualifying. You know, you're going to experience some bad shit. People are going to hate on you. Fucking power through it. Get your fish, man. Don't worry about it.
Power through it. All right.
Any words that you would like to say to us or anybody watching or future shipmates and everything like that?
Yeah, of course. First and foremost, I'd like to thank y'all for the opportunity. You know, not a lot of people get an opportunity like this to sit down and talk one-on-one and kind of see the different scenarios that we both are, that you guys went through and that I'll soon be going through. Like you said, try to make myself like a kind of like an experiment, right? I think that's definitely something like, man, like I never thought something like that would ever happen. You know? I just thought I was just another one of the guys, but life can happen to anyone and in any situation. You know, it is what you make of it. I always try to look at things positively. I know I'm gonna get fucked with on the boat. I know I'm gonna have a hard time. That's part of it. That's part of growing. And I'm excited to see where it takes me. I'm excited to see where y'all's channel goes. And most definitely by the time I come back and later into the series, y'all will definitely be grown, and it'll just be really cool to kind of see both of our stories and both of our lives accelerating at such a great pace.
Man. Well, speaking on the channel, bro, I mean, like, you know, we started this thing about 3 months ago. It is where it is now. Bringing you on board, hopefully you had a good experience and stuff. We'd love for you to share it with your friends and family and stuff like that. You know, if you have other guys that are in submarine force or joining the submarine force, whatever the case may be, that are curious about it and stuff like that want to come on board on our channel, you know, just share the shit with them. You know, tell them to like, subscribe, and share and all that bullshit that goes along with it and stuff.
Yeah.
Help us grow. But yeah, we want different people's perspectives and stuff like that. You know, like we just said earlier, we want to see the growth of people from you being just joining submarines up until when you get your fish, you know, and beyond that. So, you know, the more the merrier. So if, you know, you do have people like that, if anyone's watching this, you know, feel free to shout us out, contact us. Our email is attached to our channel. We love to talk to people. So
my last words for you, Mr. Dunn, shipmate Dunn, nub Dunn, you dink. Get hot.
You fucking dink.
Get hot.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, have a good one. Mike Dunn. Good to have you, Mike. It's always a pleasure, man.
Always.
Thank you.